And this morning, thousands of people are expected to pay their respects to former President George H.W. Bush.
That's right. We are going to take a live look right now inside of the Capitol Rotunda, where his casket is lying in state. Our Washington reporter Mark Meredith joins us now live from Capitol Hill. So, Mark, we've already seen several tributes to the late president.
Good morning tonight, and Felicia, that's right, and those tributes are going to be continuing throughout the day today. We've seen pretty much everybody you can imagine, from the current president to average Americans, coming by to pay their respects ever since Mr. Bush's casket arrived on Capitol Hill yesterday afternoon, as many of these people coming by to pay tribute to America's 41st president. This morning, crowds continue to arrive on Capitol Hill to say one last goodbye to naval aviator, former president, and American icon George H.W. Bush. Late Monday, the current president, Donald Trump, and First Lady Melania visited Mr. Bush's flag-draped coffin. The 45th president will also attend a memorial service for the 41st president tomorrow.
His example will always inspire, and his lifetime of service will be enshrined in the hearts of the American people forever.
The vice president, joined by leaders from both parties, honored Mr. Bush in a moving ceremony Monday. A full military honor guard escorted Mr. Bush's casket from Texas all the way to Capitol Hill.
His life was a hymn of honor. His legacy is grace perfected.
House Speaker Paul Ryan is remembering Mr. Bush as a patriot, honoring his service in Congress as CIA director, vice president, and eventually president. And as the sun is beginning to come up here in Washington, people will have a chance to make their way into the Capitol Rotunda. All of the events will be happening here today, and then tomorrow we're going to be seeing that ceremony at the National Cathedral. President Trump, as we talked about, will be there, as well as all of the living former presidents. Felicia and Tanaya.
All right, Mark, thank you for that update. And one of the president's former chief flight attendants now lives right here in North Carolina. Howie Franklin lives on the North Carolina coast. He was the chief flight attendant to 5 presidents. He says when they traveled to the South, the food on Air Force One had to have a Southern flair.
He was predictable. If anywhere I went in the United States of America that had barbecue, I better have it on the airplane. And it would be North Carolina barbecue, or it was Texas brisket and things of that nature.
Like that North Carolina barbecue. He also says the president hated broccoli and even went so far to prank the crew about it by staging an allergic reaction.
And mission complete. That is the caption of this photo right here, making rounds on social media. This is of former President Bush's service dog. Sully took the trip to our nation's capital on the plane with the president's casket. The organization America's Vet Dogs trained Sully and matched him with the president last summer. The president suffered from Parkinson's disease. Sully opened doors and got things for him. After the holidays, Sully is going to help wounded veterans at Walter Reed National Medical Center.